Hey everybody, and welcome back to some more Vampyr. Well, Vampire. I believe we last time decided to call it Vampire, and I kept calling it Vampyr. I believe we did craft everything we could. I would like some more of these. Let's go to like 5. We'll have to see how many we can cure. We can actually get one of these now. Another one of those. And no more of those. 2 out of 2. Stamina. Blood serum. Okay. Yeah. We still need some good handle parts for that upgrade. Our new weapon here. We need shiny good parts for that. We have 2, so we need 1 more. And the axe. Two seconds. This is cheaper. How much is it if we upgrade it to green? 75. This is 85. Okay. Common handle parts. Hey, Rito. Oh yeah. Some more stuff there, some more stuff there. Is that really everything? Don't see anything else blinking. I don't remember what we were going to do. Map. The eye was in the tomb. Attend Mary's funeral. Didn't we do that? Apparently not. We'll do it again. So, like the last couple of times, I started the stream out with rum and coke, but last time I emptied James Cook. So this time it's Captain Morgan Jamaican rum. Oh no. Wasn't it? There.
The beast!
Oh. I know we are full on parts, but still. Is it just me or is the sound... Oh, I probably turned the sound higher up there. Let's see. Did you? You had some stuff. You had some stuff. A lot of stuff. Ooh, and a common handle part. I am full on health. Well, it is a very, very good rum. When I was younger, I was not that happy with the Jamaican rum. I thought it was too spicy, but I guess with the age. I think we're just killing you. Apparently you're just killing me. Heal up. Heal up. This is going to take a lot of our blood. Could of course also just take one of those. Doesn't seem to do much. So yeah, the thing I have to get done with the dentist, they are making 2 molds from my teeth, so that the prosthetic thing I get will oh! Red did just pop out in Steam. Oh, the stuff UIH also talked about. The new game with factions and stuff like that. If it's that you're talking about, then yes. Well, the dentist stuff I have to do. Tomorrow they are making the first mold. So. Oh, not there. Can I go through them here?
I cannot enter.
No, that was the problem we had last time. Is there another way around? All the way around? Well, I could try to see if there's another exit up here. Yeah, UA8 actually gave it to me. So I'm jumping on Rent to record a preview video before I have to go to the dentist, because I cannot record anything. I expect after I've been at the dentist. I know it's not like the most severe thing, but I would rather expect that it will hurt so much that I cannot talk, and then try to record as much before, then expect that everything will be okay, and then it's not. Sadly, you don't have GNT. At least I don't have it yet. Okay, so I do get through here.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu.
Do I have what you need? Sorry for just skipping ahead, but we have to talk to him like.
How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu? Do you need my help?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
I have to see details. Pneumonia. I don't think I have that.
Yes,
Give
you do.
medicine.
Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Recovering. Nice. His blood thing is all the way up. Ah. And he's level 2. Should we eat him? I think we should eat him. It's a lot of experience. It could fail. By the way, I did drop some iron and Conan at your castle and stone soup. Okay, I will try. Mesmerize. So where can we stand that nobody sees us? What about right here?
This district seems to get uglier every year.
No. How is it that I drink on him? I know I need to find a quiet place. Oh, of course. Follow the light here. Embrace.
Who will assist Dorothea helping our comrades now that I die?
Ooh, we got a small key. Okay, yeah, they will soon suffer the consequences of my action. That's not my problem, is it? Where was his house? I'm pretty sure there was, like... It's the place where there was those gates. Is it this way? Well, there was some gates.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Not there, not there. That's one gate. So his house should be here. I'm pretty sure there was a chest we could not open before. Oh, rat. Or was that in her house? Oh, we got the safe. 100 gold and lead plate. And Quinion and the poem. Large box of pills.
A lot of people are talking about this colossus.
I don't think we have to go in there. They killed everybody last time. But, well, we got her to stop anyway. I'm pretty sure we did. Sounds like there's still more in here. Oh, a lot of experience is good thing, I think. Hey, you Reid. Are you upstairs? Yeah, you're upstairs. Oh my god, you're high level. Did she kind of one-shot me? Oh, sorry. Oh my god. I still have the experience. Don't remember where I see my wallet. Is it here? Oh, 201. So did we get the 100? Did we get one called poem? Hey. I think we just cheated the game. No, there. We did kill him. And inventory is like that one, I think. Do we have the small key? A large and beautiful knife with a name engraved in the book. Okay. So the poem is, yeah, there. Ah. Well, let's see if we can get to that chapel now.
There is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
There, so I have to go around this side.
You are
There. Oh yeah, we had to go to somebody. She told us that.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
Eat the priest.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You
This is a
seem to
matter.
me a good soul,
Thank you,
Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
So, you Reid, if you haven't been lurking in any of the other streams, There's a lot of talking in this game, and I try not to talk too much over the in-game talking.
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
We kinda did it. It was an accident.
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
Oh, that's what I normally do when I watch stuff. She died because of me. I wish I could forget all of this. I feel responsible.
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I swear it wasn't me. I promised to find those responsible. Please forgive
I
me.
killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Killing random people? Having extreme fun killing random people? I simply cannot wait till we see what happens here, because the area was already critical because we hadn't cured any of these people. So maybe we should see if we could find any of them. Like, Joe needs the fatigue. Mania, fatigue, triple thingy. So let's see if we can't rise it, because I would like not to see what
Whatever
happens
happened on this dock is
if it
between my
gets
sister and
hostile.
I. It does not concern God at all.
Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor.
And what can I help you with? F. Fatigue. We have 5 of them.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
I would like to, but did you see the level of Nurse Crane?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
So F for details, recovery. Do we have any new hints? Nope.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
So, priest, even though I really don't want to talk to him.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Rational delusion.
Don't you fear
I really
getting
like
sick
that.
yourself?
Faith
Hey,
gives
Morty.
me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
Morty, by the way, can you send me info on the... What is it called again? Reid. The game we were talking about. I would like to get into the server if it's okay, Morty. The new survival thingy.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have had enough for tonight.
Oh, I forgot
Goodbye.
to... Yeah, rent.
Good
I forgot
evening,
to see if we
Mr.
had new
Whitaker.
stuff we could
It's
talk
Father
about.
Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational
Just if you have
delusions?
space, Morty.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
If you propagate the devil's work, you'll perish by the devil's work. Such is the law of the Lord.
We have taken that. Oh yeah.
I have had
We
enough
don't have any
tonight.
new stuff with him.
Goodbye.
55 places. Nice.
Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Ooh. This
Good
one.
evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reid?
Oh, okay. I thought it was your server. That's also fatigue. I wonder how she got fatigued.
Do you need any assistance?
And by the way, I have not changed
It
my mind.
depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
2 girls I know went to the dispensary yesterday. Nobody has seen them since. I worry about them, in case bad things happen.
She's level 24, of course bad things happened.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
Oh,
I
so
believe
you have a new
Clayton's
whiskey,
courage will erode
and
with
I have a
time,
new rum.
until he
Nice.
finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Why
is
this
Guess-
skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been
It's
hungry? Or about poverty?
Captain
or
Morgan.
anything else you have never suffered
Jamaican.
from?
Or Jamaican. Rum. The dark. Captain Morgan. Personal. Any new? Nope. Nope.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
It is just saying Captain Morgan Jamaican rum imported, distilled in Jamaica under government supervision. But it is more spicy than the normal one. I also have a bottle of Captain Morgan clear rum. But I needed to buy it so I had 2 of those Captain Morgan glasses. Sadly, I didn't have money to buy more. They had 4, so I could have got 4 of those glasses. There's an event. An unknown event happened. We could go there. How are we looking with people? Still have some people. Oh yeah, she's at max, but she has mesmerize level 5. Mesmerize 1. Don't believe we have the treatment for blah blah. Recovering. So still a lot of people we could talk to. Oh, the tree one? I think that is a level 3. We talked about last time what it could be. Those, but I think it's what level they are. You. Oh, we have to talk to you.
You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look?
You.
You again? What do you want this time?
I haven't actually not found a place where I can buy ginger.
Can I offer you
beer
my
in
medical
Denmark.
expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Not where they
Keep your
have it
medicines for
regularly.
others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Life in London, nothing new. Personal questions, nothing
Goodbye,
new.
Mr. Peterson.
You again?
Oh, not talk to him again.
What do you want this
No,
time?
not me again.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be afraid.
I want to talk to this one over here.
Fancy
I want to
buying
see if we
something,
can
sir?
get more
you never
stuff from his
lose your
shop.
focus, do you? Right.
Let's start with
Show me
trade.
what you have.
So we needed at least one of those. No, that's a tiny good handle. Let's buy both of these. That was tiny, that was common. I don't want to buy that one yet. Anything we could sell, actually. Why can I sell the axe? Don't want to sell the axe. I was thinking over here. Those rings. Oh.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never
Wrong button.
lose your focus, do you? Right then.
Canada Dry.
Show me what you have.
I'll see if I can find it under that name. Here. Is that actually the one I have with the highest price? Sell multiple. So I think we'll keep like 2. Confirm. Let's sell 3 of those. We have 17 of the cigar cases. Nice, let's sell like 12. Then let's go over here. Oh god, he wants a lot of from them now. Let's buy these. Don't know when we need them, but we don't need triggers because I don't use those, and I believe spring is also for that. Let's go over here. What do we have? Oh, so I can sell treatments. Gains of bullets. We have a lot of opium. Not worth a lot. Don't think I will sell these things. The crafting things. Well, there and then I would like to talk to them.
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get elf care from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
Yeah, she's got to one of the... she's become one of those lesser vampire thingies. And she's killing everybody. And I half her level. Give me a break, man. I need to level up. Can I eat you? Sorry, but you actually get experience for eating these people.
Do you need
help,
sir?
Do I
To
have
be
more
honest,
medicine for
I'd
that?
prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Oh, that sounds so delicious, Morty.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
So I know I'm not the biggest whiskey drinker. I'm trying to broaden my horizon. We're still going the right way. Have we talked to you?
Good evening, sir. Do you
I don't
remember
think so.
me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Let's see. Bronchitis. We actually invested in treatment for bronchitis.
Since I
Let's
took
start
an
with that.
oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't
It
have
looks
a
like
clue
one
about
that
this
could
place,
pay.
do you?
Okay, let's any news I don't believe we talked to him before, but oh, never mind.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
Why am I not?
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
Kinda. Your life in London.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
Oh, so much talking.
What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
I thought so. That's what he was talking about. This game, if you read between the lines, actually have some pretty disgusting undertone.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
I know. We should probably have taken something else to get another hint or something.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reid, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reid tonic could have really helped people, you know, saved lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamborous shit.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Fun way to look at it.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you.
I don't like this person. Why are
Have you
you
heard
showing
anything
up?
about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
Oh,
A man
Yeah.
such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
a new hint unlocked. Okay, personal. Hint required. Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
It said there was a new hint, but apparently there was no new hint. So up here and down there, I think. Up here and down here. And this one is the event. Oh, this is the event. No, thank you. No, not again. Ah, don't want to die. Please don't kill me. Okay, how many have we cured? So we need to find 2 more people. Richard Nidacott with a cold, and Harry Peterson with amnesia. Harry, isn't that where we need to go into a house?
Working nearby.
We have treated you.
This district seems to get ugly.
Even flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
What about you?
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reid.
No, I cannot.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
I think it sounds like a good thing. What about
Good
you?
evening, my dear
Oh
colleague.
yeah, you have your own thingy. Yeah.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Perhaps.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
This does not look familiar. I can take something from him. But this still do not look familiar. Convince Association to go back to Whitechapel. We have talked to you. What about here? We have been in here a lot of times.
Maybe it's time to see if
Oh, I need blood.
I have this thirst
We
for
have opened
blood.
that. We have opened that. Where is it the other door is?
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus.
Is it down here? I know, man. You will try, apparently. Did you grab anything for me? Yeah. That was not me. I didn't do anything.
Look at it! Vicious bugger! He's mine!
It's so nice when they're only level 8. And I love that we find most of the stuff we use for upgrades and new medicine and stuff like that in the garbage.
It's locked.
Of course it's locked. It's also locked. Keep out. Okay, we apparently have to keep out. Oh, we're all the way up there. What about you? Quarantine. Quarantine. I'm totally lost. We're looking for some boy's house. And maybe we should just go back to the hospital. What about down here? Move, you stupid thingy. You are less of a vampire. Oh. I should have blocked it. I remember back when those thingies was hard to kill. Behind you. Yeah.
People are talking about this colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
That is there. That is not where we have to go. Why do I feel lost all of a sudden?
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Have I talked to you?
Good evening,
You're the
Reid.
one that is drunk.
Can I help?
Yeah.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reid.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Give you faith
I
again.
think it was a good thingy. You...
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Goodbye,
it's
young
not
man.
you. It is the other boy. So it is the one inside one of these houses. If I could just remember which one of these houses. Well, I guess we'll find him next time, maybe. If there is a next time. So much that we have destroyed this area. This is seriously the area where we have had the worst effect so far. I didn't do anything. I am totally innocent. That was the first one. Well, let's go back to... Isn't it this way? Yeah, it's this way.
Murderous bum!
And he's immune to everything. So we just have to beat him the old-fashioned way. That was not what I wanted. I wanted to just pick up this. Thank you. I love the map, but it can be a little bit confusing. So not the map like map, but the game. And I still haven't found an old map of London so I could compare it. I still need to do that someday.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
You. I remember you.
You do? Who is it?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my
Glass
children
empty.
yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Well, maybe Edgar can. So we're back at Primbrook Hospital. I will take a little 2-minute break.
My sweet girl.
And then we'll talk to... Oh my god.
Nowadays, the daily routine.
She's fatigued. Now that we know how to cure people, let's see if we can actually do it on the nurses. So, I don't have more
Goodbye,
fatigue.
nurse.
Okay.
Call me if you need assistance.
Never mind. Well, I will, as I said, take a little break. I don't remember. No, I didn't have a be right back screen for this. Yeah, you're... Oh, I see you there. Yes, there was a point where you wasn't an admin. Weird. But you should be an admin. Well, I will take a little 2-minute break and then I will be back and then we will continue for another around 30 minutes or so. Well, I'm back again. Yeah, Twitch. Let's talk to him. See what's going on.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Well, we kind of killed the
Leave
god.
him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Thank you, Rito.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Confidence must be restored. No one will notice a few more bodies. Did you fear your reputation? Oh, do you fear for your reputation?
We cannot have the people lose faith in
Hey,
this
Kane.
institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse.
Oh yeah,
Blood
class.
everywhere. The duty nurse
Memory.
is taking care of the mess.
I need one. I'm your only hope. Again.
Very
I'll
well.
help you.
I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Okay, so the next mission is that.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Well, I will wait a second. We will go in here. We'll go here. Okay, so we can make more fatigue. We cannot make more of those. Five seems like a good number. I don't remember using all the blood thingies. I will not make more of those then. I will make another one of those just in case. Did we get parts enough to upgrade this? Yes, we did. Not that I'm using it that often. There we get absorbed blood, decreased stamina, increased damage. We'll take decreased damage usage. And I also think we should upgrade. Oh, actually, let's go in here. Give me more wilds. I don't know if there's a limit to how many things you can have. But maybe we can do some more upgrade stuff. Why do we get aluminium shards and aluminium powder from cigars? Ah, no, no. More vials. here. Make one. One more. One more. There. So we don't have enough to make another one of these bronchitis thingies, but that's okay. There. Yeah. There's a lot of odd things going on in this game. Body condition, that's health, that's physical endurance, blood, where is the stamina? Health, damage. I'm pretty sure there was a stamina one at some point. Am I just missing something here? Increase health. Increase your stamina. There. So the endurance was the stamina. So let's increase that. And let's actually increase it again. And why not? So we cannot increase it more. I think that's fine. Anything else we could increase? Health, hard bite, faster regen when using bite. I actually think I would like more health. Oh, that's also 1,000. Yeah, we cannot use it, but oh, there's not a thing. Increase your blood capacity. Increase your blood absorption when using bite. Health regen, blood capacity. I think our blood capacity is actually fine. Bite do more damage. Increase life regeneration when using bite. I think that is fine. Oh, that's also 1,000. Yeah, that didn't happen. So more damage or blood capacity then. Oh, that should be it. Confirm. So this area is gone down to serious. I'm pretty sure we had it all the way up to healthy. This is serious. This is serious. Ooh, we did just go up a little bit. Kept it on critical. This is still stable because we have not been here yet. I think we should see if we could cure some of these people, see if we can get this higher up. This is our main base, so getting this place high up would be nice. We did kill the first person, which kinda... Just believe me. That's okay. Locking is okay. This person was kind of like a mission thingy, so you learned how to mesmerize. We could choose not to, but we decided to do it. Remember this first playthrough? We decided from the beginning that we would be evil and kill people, but this is our main base, so I was thinking we should heal up stuff. Where is Nurse Crane? I'm pretty sure Nurse Crane was here at some point. But apparently she's not. So I think we will use the last piece of time on mesmerizing some... No, not mesmerizing. Trying to heal some people. Around the hospital. And then we will start next time.
Good evening, Miss Hawkins.
On the new mission.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Let's start by she needs medicine.
Do you need
cold,
medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reid.
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reid.
Oh.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reid. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Any new personal stuff? Nope.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Well, that was one healed. You.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
We have things to heal her.
Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Oh yeah, that's the one that thinks she's a vampire. She's healthy.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reid. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
Nothing new there.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Just admit it, you're totally mental.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
She's such a weird person. Are you the nurse we already
Good evening,
did
Nurse
fix?
Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Let's continue down this way. You.
I'm quite busy right
You're
now,
also
Dr.
sick.
Reid.
Yeah,
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reid. We do not see you in surgery very often.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reid. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Yeah, I see that. Nothing new there. Nothing new there.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to
How
you,
sick
Dr.
are
Reid.
you?
Can I be of any help?
You're not sick at all.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reid.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Yes, I could, but I didn't.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Okay, so that was that. Nothing new there.
Goodbye, Dr.
Healthy.
Strickland.
You, however.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good
evening, Dr. Reid.
Fix you.
Any news about my operation?
Okay. So
Is
we
there
need some
anything
medicine.
else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reid. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Please, tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then a nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
She already told us she was first in the room, so that's probably true. Yes.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Everything we have, we know everything we can for now. In here, you.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Pretty good, I think. I'm not sure though.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Let's start to see if there's any new. Nope. Nope.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a disgrace. How on earth can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
You're almost mentally stable. Well, I'm totally mentally unstable.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I think you'll have a hard time finding another person more mentally
Good evening,
unstable
Mr.
than
Goswick.
me.
How are you?
I'm okay.
But at least I have fun. You're healthy. You shouldn't keep talking like that. Can we talk now? No, you don't want to. No, you don't want to.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
I have to go now,
I don't
sir.
want to talk.
But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
I should have treated him. I gave him the medicine. Sorry, I had to. Who is else? There's this one that is discard. That one is outside. So we need 1, 2 fatigue, 1 cold, 1 amnesia, and 1 migraine. See, now I have a problem because I thought this was the level of them, but that is a 2. And let's see, where did I see that? Yeah. Amnesia. So I don't have that one. And that should be a tier 3, but he only shows as a 2. That is weird. Anybody here that... Oh, we just took the other door out. Who are you?
I'm quite busy
The
right
doctor.
now, Dr. Reid.
But after we talk to the other one... No.
Thank you
no,
for
no.
your time. We'll talk later.
Who is the soldier there on the left? Soldier on the left. Oh. I cannot go in there anymore. Soldier on the left.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Oh, it was my sister should just talk to me about tomorrow. The soldier on the left. This one is unknown. This one we killed. Soldier. I'm not totally sure. Who's the soldier on the left? On the image you had there with the info and so on. That's me. This... I have no idea. So... This one is Thomas Elwood. Oh, it is X on him. Yeah, Clay Cox, we killed him. We embraced.
And still more coming.
In the beginning.
How can we be sure?
Okay, so there's no more this way. So we should go back to the other way. You're the mentally ill person. You are Hawkins, I'm pretty sure.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
F.
Soldier.
Okay.
Do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reid.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Any new here? Nope. Any new here? Yeah.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Nice way to look at it. You let her bite you?
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Actually, kinda, yes.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Nice way to look at it. Was that personal? Yeah. Nothing new there.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
So some people might have argued.
Goodbye for now,
Mr.
Mr.
Recovery.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
What on earth happened here?
They did say it looked like a... Yeah, something. Well, nothing to see apparently. And how is it going? I know we need people outside. We have all the ones up here. So we need the driver, the old nurse, and Blight and Thatcher. Where Blight we might actually be able to cure. I don't want to talk to you right now. Oh, I actually could. Maybe she has something new to say.
Oh, Jonathan.
The more we can do now, the
I
less
cannot
we have to
believe
talk
my
next time.
eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage skal.
Yes,
Can
and I'm
we share
afraid
this
I'm
meal?
at least partially responsible. The man, the skal, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Have you killed this woman? What do you know of Ascalon? Difficulty with holy symbols.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was huge. What is Ascalon?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
I'm not sure.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
No, it's not the red one. It's last stream we got. I believe it was in the end. We were running from one part of town to another part, and suddenly, like the loading screen that was here with the red one, that was this big vampire that told us we had to obey the law of something. That was those Ascalon thingies. And Fergal is apparently the executioner of the for those. So I think it's like you're this new vampire, so they and normally you stay with your master, as she told us last time we talked to her. But this person has just created us and left. And she believed it was an elder. No, I believe you watched last time for some of it, but you did miss the beginning of it, so it could be in the beginning actually. I have to recheck that. Last time was where we talked about the sound problem from the times before. Yeah, but she told us that she thinks our creator is an elder. And normally we stay with our creator, but this one has just created us and left us for that. So we are all alone and we're trying to find our creator. That's kind of what the game is about so far. And we help people along the way. And our creator talks to us in our head, and this time we saw him. But in the last one, there was this big one that told us we had to obey, and I think it's because we don't have our creator with us, so they come and say, oh, you have to do this. I think that is what is going on, but I'm not sure.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Blood quality.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Nice.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
But yeah, I think I actually might play this again at some point if I get some free time. Just for myself. Or maybe another run at it, but I have plans of doing the newer Tomb Raider games, because I really want the newest one that's coming out soon. So I hope to get started on streaming the two other ones. Does not seem like there's any more. So you...
Good evening,
cure
Doctor.
you.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yeah, lady makes him.
I'd like to
let's
see
wait,
your
let's see what
goods.
you have now.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Tiny common handle part, we don't need that. He still has that Milton shotgun, but that is just expensive. Common parts. We kind of seems to keep needing those, but I will not buy them because yeah, we are a long way from upgrading stuff. We only give 16 to that. Well, we can destroy it. Oh, totally forgot.
Good
We
evening,
need to
Milton.
Good evening,
cure him.
Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
We still have the fatigue.
Do you need any
fee,
medical help?
So let's give him
I'm
some
afraid
medicine.
I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. But thanks, anyway.
Any new stuff here? Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff with this one.
What can you
let's
tell
start
me
with this
about
one.
the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room. And Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
They're alive in London.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Thank you so much for your follow. I am sorry, but I'm not... I am dyslexic, but I cannot read that. The text is too small on the current setup.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
I'm pretty sure we have had all of this because I did find the wallet and I did give it to him, I'm pretty sure. Personal.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Nah, I don't like him either.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
You say that now. Well, maybe
Goodbye,
we can do that wallet thingy in the beginning of the next stream. I need you, I think. No, you're the doctor. Where did the old nurse go? Hey, old hack. More stuff. Sorry for my nice way of talking about old people. But, you know, when you're as old as me, or at least when you feel as old as me, it's quite alright to talk badly about the elderly. Well, that... need to find... There she is.
Good evening, Nurse.
One of the last
Good
ones
evening,
we
Doctor.
need to cure. At least where we should have.
Do you require medical
cure for them.
assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine. As soon as I can get some sleep.
Well, you can get some medicine
Nurse,
against fatigue,
you
and then you
won't
can
be
work
able
for
to
the
help
next
people
24
if you're
hours.
sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reid. Thank you.
Nothing new.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I'm pretty sure that's more or less it. We need these two where we don't have the migraine. We could, if we can find Blight, we could give him the cold medicine. So let's try that. I'm pretty sure he's out here somewhere. That's the one. Some Blight.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. You doing your rounds as usual?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
I didn't ask you for a life story. I asked you if you needed some
Throughout
medicine.
history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Yay. So what you're saying is your friend wants
Goodbye,
to go
Mr.
there
Blight.
now.
Take care of yourself.
I know I cannot cure you. And you don't want to talk anymore? No. Well, maybe he wants to talk when we sleep next time. So just to try and save all of this. Smoking. To try and make sure this is saved, I will try to go up and sleep. We could of course upgrade one more thing for 600. So we might do that just so we're ready for tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next time. Well, it's kind of the same tomorrow. Let's see, so we could then upgrade by our blood capacity. By damage, blood capacity. How were our blood capacity looking? It's the lowest, but I still think it's a fine amount. I actually think more damage, even though more damage equal they die faster, but we keep getting up against higher and higher level people. So let's see, we should be able to get this one for 600. That is the last bite damage for 600. So I think that's nice to take, then the next is 1,000. In here we still need, what is it, one 600, so that's the bronze ones. The gold costs 1,000, 1,000, 15, 15, okay. So bronze is 3, 3, 6, 6. So 1,000, 1,000, 15, 15, 2,000, 2,000. So yeah, we're working towards finishing the 600 thingies. I also need this claws at some point, so we can get up there. I'm not sure, we haven't figured out yet, but at some point we will figure out this. I think you can only go one way on these. We'll take a look at that at some point. No, I don't want to cancel, I want to cancel. Yeah, didn't I? I did check. Now he has a headache. We had finished everything up here. Headache, headache. Unknown. And he still have the migraine. Oh yeah. Go out here. Let's see. We're now level 15. That's nice. So yeah, I will end the stream here. And I hope everybody enjoyed. So next stream it will probably not be before next Tuesday, due to the doctor's appointment, and I have to see my daughter this weekend. So I will see if I can try that new game out before I go to bed. Just jump in, see what it's all about. Yeah, we did embrace that one person that gave us 2k. So the reason I keep taking the cheap ones is because every time you put a point in something, you go up a level. So the level actually don't tell you much. It's actually what you choose. So I could be level much higher by only taking the ones for 300. But I decided to go up what I think will help us the most. Yeah, see you, right? Well, yeah, I will end the stream here so I can try that game out, see if I can record like 5 or 10 minutes, just so I have some I can edit it. Yeah, and next Tuesday there should be a new vampire stream. Yeah, thank you for everybody joining in. Thank you, Reid. I was just about to forget that.